Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter in geometry, that is the chapter about triangles. So in this chapter you will learn about various types of triangles and also various properties of triangles. So first of all, let us see what is a triangle. A triangle is a simple closed figure made up of three line segments. So we know that a triangle has three vertices, three sides, three angles. So these all are the properties of triangles. There are three vertices, three sides and three angles. Now you might have already learned about various types of triangles. Let us revise once again what are the various types of triangles. On the basis of the length of the sides, we can classify the triangles into three types. They are equilateral triangles, isosceles triangle, and scale triangle. So this classification is based on the length of sides of the triangle. If all the three sides of a triangle are equal, that triangle is known as equilateral triangle. If any two sides are equal, that triangle is known as isosceles triangle. If all the three sides are different in their measurement, that triangle is known as scale triangle. Now, on the basis of their angles, their measurement of angles, we can classify the triangles into another three types. That is acute angle triangle, then right angle triangle, and obtuse angle triangle. So you already know what is an acute angle. An acute angle is an angle that measures less than 90 degrees. So in a triangle, if all the three angles are less than 90 degrees, that triangle is known as acute angle triangle. So that triangle will look like this. All the three angles will be an acute angle triangle will look like this. All the three angles is less than 90 degrees. It is clear from the figure. All the three angles are less than 90 degrees. So it is an acute angle triangle. Now you know what is a right angle. A right angle is an angle with a measurement of 90 degrees. If in a triangle one angle is a right angle, that triangle is known as a right angle triangle. A right angle triangle will look like this. One angle will be always 90 degrees. And now third one is obtuse angle triangle. What is an obtuse angle triangle? If in a triangle at least one angle is more than 90 degrees, because you know that what is an obtuse angle. Obtuse angle means an angle with a measurement of measurement more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So if in a triangle one angle is more than 90 degrees, then that triangle is known as an obtuse angle triangle. An obtuse angle triangle will look like this. Here, these two angles are less than 90 degrees. These two angles are acute angles, and this angle is greater than 90 degrees. So this will be 90 degrees. So again, this goes this side means it is greater than 90 degrees. So it is an obtuse angle, and this triangle is an obtuse angle triangle. Now let us understand some terms related to triangles. First of all, let us see what is a median. Median of a triangle. Median of a triangle is a line segment joining one vertex of a triangle to the opposite side, to the midpoint of the opposite side. So here if we consider a triangle ABC, and we consider the vertex A. From the vertex A, suppose D is the midpoint of the side BC. This is the opposite side of the vertex A. D is the midpoint of the side BC. And if we draw a line segment from A to D, AD is the median. In this, median is equal to AD, because D is the midpoint. AD is a line segment drawn from the vertex A to the midpoint of the opposite side. Therefore, AD is known as the median of the triangle. Here, what is special is BD is equal to DC, because D is the midpoint of the side BC. Therefore, we can say that BD is equal to BC like that. From all the vertices, we can draw the medians of the triangle. That means a triangle can have 3 medians. Now, another term is altitude. Altitude is a line segment drawn. Altitude is a line segment drawn from one vertex of a triangle to the opposite side and which is perpendicular to the opposite side. That means if it is a triangle, we consider the triangle D XYZ. In this triangle, if we draw a perpendicular from vertex X, if we draw a perpendicular to the opposite side, suppose a perpendicular means you know that the angle between the line drawn and the other line will be equal to 90 degree. So this angle, this is a perpendicular means this angle is 90 degree. Similarly, this angle is also 90 degree. So this is a perpendicular. So when we draw a line segment that makes a perpendicular to the opposite side from one vertex, that line segment is known as the altitude of the triangle. So here we can take it as XA is the altitude of triangle XYZ because XA is perpendicular to YZ. Here what is special is the line segment XA and YZ are perpendicular to each other. We can write XA is perpendicular. This symbol is used to denote perpendicular to YZ. That means the angle between XA and YZ is 90 degree. So this is one of the altitudes. Like that we can draw 3 altitudes from all the 3 vertices. Now let us see some properties of triangles. So first of all, let us understand what is an exterior angle. If there is a triangle ABC, we can find out the exterior angle by producing any one of the side to a certain distance. So suppose I am producing side BC to a certain distance, so that okay, here a point D is made. So BC is produced to D. So an angle is formed here. That is a linear pair of the angle C, and that angle is known as the exterior angle. This angle is known as exterior. This is the exterior angle. So these 3 are known as interior angles. The angles of a triangle are known as interior angles. We don't say specifically interior, we simply say them angles of the triangle. But exterior angles have to be specified with their name exterior because at one vertex, the interior angle and also the exterior angle exist at the same vertex. Therefore, we have to specifically say the say the name of the exterior angle. That means angle ACD is an exterior angle. Now there are 2 properties related to exterior angles. First property is that an exterior angle the sum of an exterior angle and an interior angle will be always equal to 180 degree. That means exterior angle plus interior angle is equal to 180 degree. So here it is clear from the vertex ACB, from the vertex C we can consider the exterior angle and also the interior angle. It is clear that the exterior angle and the interior angle are linear pairs. So we already learned that the linear pair, the sum of linear pair is always 180 degree. That means the sum of interior angle and the exterior angle is 180 degree. Similarly, at all the vertices, the sum of an exterior angle and the corresponding interior angle will be equal to 180 degree. This is the first property regarding the exterior angles. Now the second property is that an exterior angle is equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. Sum of opposite interior angles. This is the second property. This is known as exterior angle property. So the property says that an exterior angle in the triangle, one of the exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior the angles angle A and angle C. So an exterior angle is always equal to the sum of opposite interior angles. So these are the properties related to exterior angles. So here we are going to prove the property that an exterior angle is equal to sum of the two opposite interior angles for a triangle. So here I have drawn a triangle ABC and BC is produced to D such that an exterior angle ACD is formed, and we have two interior angles. We have considered two interior angles A and B. Now we have to prove that angle A plus angle B is equal to angle ACD. This is the property. So for that we have drawn a line CE parallel to BA, and here we have divided angle ACD into two angles. So here we have to write what is to prove. We have to prove that angle ACD is equal to angle A plus angle B. Now we have divided angle ACD into two parts, angle ACE and angle ECD. Now what are ACE and ECD? We can write angle ACE is equal to angle A. Why angle ACE is equal to angle A? Because angle AC and angle A are alternate angles. We know that when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, alternate angles are formed and the alternate angles are equal. When two lines, the lines BA and CE are cut by the transversal AC, alternate angles formed are angle A and angle ACE here, ACE, and since the lines are parallel, those two angles are equal. So we get angle ACE is equal to angle A. We write the reason alternate angles. Now we have to write about angle ECD. Angle ECD is equal to angle B. Angle ECD and angle B are corresponding angles when the parallel lines BA and CE are cut by another transversal BC. Here we have two transversals. The first transversal we considered is AC. With that we have two alternate angles. They are equal. Now we consider the transversal BC, and with that we get two corresponding angles, angle ABC or angle B and angle ECD. So they are also equal. We write the reason corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Now angle ACE plus angle ECD is equal to angle A plus angle B from both of these statements, and angle ACE plus angle ECD is equal to angle ACD. That implies angle ACD is equal to angle A plus angle B. This is the proof of the property that in a triangle an exterior angle is equal to sum of its two interior opposite angles. Now the another property is that it may be clear, you might have already learned about it, you might be familiar with this property. This says that sum of angles in a triangle is always 180 degree. In a triangle ABC, the sum of angles, sum of all interior angles, yes, specifically we are saying interior angle, interior angles is equal to 180 degree. So this is the sum, that means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. So this property is known as the angles property of a triangle. In all the triangles of any side length, this property is true. The angles, the sum of all three angles will be equal to 180 degree. So using this property, if any two angles are given, we can find out the third angle. So this is the angles property of a triangle. We can also prove the property that sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So for that we have drawn a triangle ABC here, and BC is produced to D, and we have drawn a line parallel to line CE parallel to BA. Here what we have to prove is to prove angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. For that we have a construction. Here CE is parallel to BA. Now the given statements here in this also like the previous proof in which we have proved exterior angle property. In this also we consider alternate angles and corresponding angles when the transversals AC and BC are cut on the parallel lines AB and CE respectively. So first of all we consider the angle A and angle is angle ACE. So angle ACE is equal to angle A as the alternate angles are equal when the parallel lines BA and CE are cut by the transversal AC. Now we can also write angle ECD is equal to angle D. They are corresponding angles when the parallel lines BA and CE are cut by the transversal BC. So they are corresponding angles. Now, at this point, at this vertex C, there are three angles: angle ACE, angle ECD, and angle ACB, or simply angle C of the triangle ABC. Now, at this point, there are three angles, and we know that the sum of all angles on a straight line at a particular point is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, we write angle ACE plus angle ECD plus angle ACE, angle ECD, and angle ACB is equal to 180 degree. The reason is that sum of angles on a straight line. So at a particular point, sum of all the angles made is equal to on a straight line made is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, the sum of these three angles is 180 degree. Now, what is angle AC? Angle AC already you have made, that is angle A plus angle ECD is angle B plus angle ACB. Angle ACB is angle C is equal to 180 degree. Hence, we have proved that in a triangle, sum of all the three angles is equal to 180 degree. This is true for all the angles. This is known as angle sum property of a triangle. Now, let us solve exercise 11.2. Exercise 11.1, there are some easy questions that you can solve by yourself. We start here with exercise 11.2. First one, find the value of the unknown exterior angle x in each of the following diagrams. So in this first question, there are three questions given. In that all the three we have to find out the unknown exterior angle. So for this we have to use the property that an exterior angle is equal to sum of the opposite interior angles. So I am doing the first one in question number 11.2. First question 1. We have to write first of all the property an exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. So that is equal to an exterior angle. The given exterior angle is x. X is equal to interior angles are 45 degree plus 65 degree. That is equal to 10 degree. This is the value of x. Now, question number 2, first one. In this question, one of the interior angle is the unknown angle, and one exterior angle and one interior angle are given. From this, we have to find the unknown interior angle. So here, also we have to find the same property, and exterior angle is equal to sum of the opposite interior angles, and exterior angle given is 150 degree is equal to sum of the opposite interior angles, that is x Now question number 3. Question number 3, first question. Find the value of x in each of the following diagrams. The first question, two interior angles are given in terms of x, and one of the interior and one of the exterior angle is given. The interior angles are the opposite interior angle of the given exterior angle. Therefore, we have write the same property, and exterior angle is equal to sum of the opposite interior angles, and the exterior angle is given around 5 degree is equal to sum of the opposite interior angles. The opposite interior angles are x and 2x, x plus 2x. So x plus 2x is 3x. Now 3x is equal to around 5 degree. That implies x is equal to 5 divided by 3, that is equal to 35 degree. So this is the value of x in the question number 3 first question. Now we can go question number 3 third question. It is different. We are using a different property in this. Question number 3 third question. In this we have used the angle sum property of we have used sum of angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So we write here question number 3 third one. We have to write the property sum of angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. Now the given angles are 60 degree, 50 degree and x. So x plus 60 degree plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. That implies x plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degree. Implies x is equal to 180 minus